Prime factorization. First part on your yellow note sheet here. It says every composite number can be written as the product of prime factors.
I have to write that.
So if you remember, when we had the composite number of 60, it had more than two factors. It had multiple factors. And then we did the factor tree to break it down, and we found all the prime numbers of 60. So the next step here, it says, one method of finding the prime factors in a composite number is by using a what? What did we do to break 60 down? What did we use? What was that thing called? Two words. A factor tree, yeah. Tamara, will you write that on Taylor's note sheet as well? So every composite number can be written as a product of prime factors. Now remember, a product is the answer to a multiplication question. Like 2 times 3 equals what? 6. 6 is the product. What's 2 and 3 called? The factors. So 2 and 3 are the factors. 6 is the product. Okay. So we're going to look at example number 1. I want you guys to find the prime factors of the composite number 35. So what two numbers can you multiply together, or what two factors can you multiply together to get 35? And? Okay, so 7 and 5. So there's the start of my factor tree. So I go down to my first side, 5. Can I factor 5 other than the number 1 and 5 itself? Can I factor 5?
Yes.
What?
I don't know.
What two numbers can I multiply together to get 5?
1 and 5.
But if I did 1 and 5, that's going to keep going and going, right? So 5 only has 2 factors, which means it's a prime number. So I'm going to circle it. Can I factor 7?
No.
So 7 is going to be a prime number, meaning it only has 2 factors. So what do I do with my prime numbers? I write my equal sign, and I write them up to the right of my 35 in order from least to greatest. So it's going to be 5 times 7. And then I'm going to box it because that's going to be my final answer. So when you go to take a quiz over this on Friday, I'm going to be looking for your factor tree. I'm going to be looking for your prime factors circled. And I'm going to be looking for your prime factors up to the right of your composite number boxed. Okay, now let's do 210. Now 210 has multiple factors. So use your multiplication chart. See what two numbers you can multiply together to get 210.
30 and 7.
30 and 7? You do not have a multiplication chart?
10 and 21? Yeah. Yeah, 10 and 21.
Okay, so you can use 10 and 21. You can use 7 and 30. You can use multiple numbers. It does not matter. Because as long as you factor it correctly, we will all end up with the same prime numbers. Okay, so if you guys want to use a different number than I am to check at the end, go ahead. So 7, can I factor this any further? No. So I'm going to circle it. It's a prime number. Can I factor 30? What? Okay, what else? I could use other numbers there too, right? Yeah. I could use 3 and 10, I could use 2 and 15, I could use 5 and 6. It does not matter what composite numbers you use because you'll end up with the same prime numbers. Can I factor 5?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
What can I use together to multiply to get 5?
5 and 20.
Anything else? No, so it's prime. I'm going to circle it. Can you factor? So that's a dead end. I'm done with that 5. Can you factor the 6?
Yes.
What?
6.
Well, 1 and 6 could go on and on forever. What else could we use?
2.
2 and 3. Can I factor my 2 any further?
Yes. No. No.
No, because it's just 1 and 2, right? So I'm going to circle it. Can I factor my 3? No. So when the answer is no, it means those are prime numbers. It only has 2 factors. So what do I do with all these prime factors I now have circled? Do not leave until this is written down. So what do I do with these prime factors? I come up to the right, and what order do I put them in? So least to greatest, it's going to be what?
2 times 3 times 5 times 6.
Times 6. Why wouldn't I write 6? I only write the numbers I circled. Only my prime numbers. 6 is not a prime number. 6 is not circled, so you don't want to include 6. Only write your circled numbers. All right.